Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have new Trump regrets to share with you, new stories about people who are becoming members of the leopards eating people's faces party. So, first, I have a video to share. This is from a recent focus group that was conducted by the company called Engageus. This was a group of swing voters from the state of Arizona. And what you're going to hear here is a man who's explaining first why he disapproves of Trump's presidency, and then he's explaining what he is seeing in his community. This is really interesting. So take a listen to this.
Like the common decency of how we should just treat each other as human beings has just been thrown out the window in an effort to facilitate a program. And I think there are just better ways. We're allegedly the biggest, best country in the world. We know how to treat people, and we should be doing better by people. I've been attending a gay Republican group here based in Phoenix, and the support for that group has dwindled from 100 people convening at least once a month down to about a strong 18. And of those 18, almost half of those folks are completely divorcing themselves from anything related to Trump. Strong Trump supporters in terms of took this chapter from being nothing what it was 10 years ago to an active membership of 100 people that showed up every month, year on year, in support, and were elated through all of the years that Trump's been in office. So yeah, it's interesting to watch socially.
Gay Republican Club, and they were just elated, so happy that Donald Trump was in office. Really? Okay. So the vast majority of the participants in this group said that they disapprove of Trump's presidency. But when they asked the question that they always do of, hey, if you could go back in time and you could vote for Kamala again, would you do that? Would you vote for her instead of Trump? He is the only one who raised his hand and said yes. And I have to mention this. This is a black gay man. Like, what are you thinking, guy? What are you thinking voting for a party that hates everything about you? Anyway, I mean, I'm glad to hear he and his friends are waking up, but they're walking away from the Republican Party. I mean, we could be besties. I love gay men. They love me. Anyway, next up, I have Trump regretters from Twitter. So there was a woman named Tanya. She responded to a post about Ghislaine Maxwell. And evidently, MAGA, they're now thinking, they have this new conspiracy theory that it wasn't her who testified at a recent congressional hearing. She testified via video, like via Zoom or something. And they're now saying, it doesn't look like her. It looks like a body double. Well, Tanya replied with this. The camera was far away from her also. This government ain't no better than Joe and his demons. I wish to God I never voted. Got my kids to vote also. What a complete letdown. And I found another post by someone who says in his bio, making liberals mad. So this guy is all in with the Trump train. He replied to someone's post about Jeffrey Epstein, and he said this, because we got a president that isn't about justice. Think about that. We were lied to by him. Wish I would have never voted for him. And then he tagged Donald Trump. How's that working out for you, guy? Whole making liberals cry thing. Yeah, but going great. There's also this next post. This is from a guy named Caesar, who apparently watches Nick Fuentes. And he was arguing with another guy, and he said to him, he never said that. He just said Trump was going to sell us out and that we shouldn't vote for either. Was he wrong? Trump's kind of wiped his ass with the movement, and I voted for him thrice. I wish it weren't true, but he's super elitist, basic repub now. That is the kiss of death, you guys. I just tell you, based on what I've heard in focus groups, when you hear MAGA referring to someone as a standard politician or a basic Republican or typical that's it. They're done. That's exactly why so many of these people voted for Trump, because he wasn't supposed to be a typical politician. This next guy is named Devin, and he posted about unfollowing the cult, and he used the hashtag get deprogrammed, and then another one he wrote was MAGA cult. And then someone else replied to him and agreed that he's politically homeless now. And Devin said to this person, I never was hardcore MAGA. I voted for Trump mostly because I was sick of the 4 years under Biden, but I wish now I had done a write-in. Next up, I have another video to share. This one is from a recent focus group podcast conducted by Sarah Longwell over at The Bulwark, so take a listen to this.
The whole reason I voted for him this last time was solely because as a Jewish person, I felt unsafe. And I felt the Democrats were incredibly weak in combating anti-Semitism. I felt that their party had become infected with anti-Semitism within its own party system, and that was incredibly scary to me. And all this other stuff didn't even matter. I just wanted to be safe. I wanted to feel safe, and I thought Trump would be able to send a message that he wasn't going to put up with any of that nonsense. And it didn't feel like it's panned out. I actually feel less safe. And it's a really unsettling feeling, knowing that there's a war raging in the Middle East. And it used to be, America, we're here to help. How can we help? And everyone turned to us for that help. And now it's not like that at all. Every single decisive conversation seems to have some sort of undertones of, the Jews control the media, or the Jews do this, the Jews that.
Oh my God. Like, where was he during Trump's first term? Imagine a Jewish person voting for the guy whose supporters were walking through the streets carrying tiki torches, chanting, Jews will not replace us. And then voting for the guy who said, oh, yeah, there were good people on both sides. He met with Kanye West and Nick Fuentes, had them for dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Two avowed anti-Semites. That was in his first term. Like, imagine voting for the party that continues to promote and contains Kanye West and Nick Fuentes and every white supremacist in the country. This is the problem. This is the problem with mainstream media conflating the idea that caring about Palestinian people blowing up and starving, or caring about Palestinian people, I should say, and caring about them being blown up and starved to death, and not wanting to fund a genocide, conflating that with anti-Semitism. I mean, if you said, I don't want you to blow up, I don't want to see Muslims blow up and starve Jewish people to death, they don't go, oh, well, then you must be anti-Muslim, you must be Islamophobic. Why is it only when you criticize the Israeli government? It is absurd. This is the problem with the Joe Scarboroughs of the world. He tries to push this both sides issue with anti-Semitism as if there is any comparison whatsoever. Anyway, this next Trump voter shared a clip talking about Donald Trump bombing Iran again. And this person wrote this: remember when peace was their recruiting tool? Then they sucked in patriotic young people to enlist? Fuck Trump, fuck Israel, no war with Iran. And then another user quote tweeted that first guy, and they said this: I voted for Trump. I wish to have never voted at all. Fuck government. President's Day, we must head to the street. I think he meant to the streets. He wrote TK the streets. So some people are actually ready to protest against Trump. Some Trump voters are actually calling for protests in the street. It is looking bleak for him. I also found a post asking if Trump could run for president in 2028, would you vote for him again? And someone replied to that and said, fuck no. Fuck that con man Zionist. I wish now I never voted for him at all. And then finally for this video, someone posted that Trump issued a statement defending, either they mentioned that Trump issued that statement defending Pam Bondi in the congressional hearing, how she made a fool out of herself. And a guy named Brandon responded with this: can Dump just go to hell already? Wish I never voted for that fucking clown. Yeah. Didn't go the way they thought it did. Do not think it means what you think it means. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe if you have not. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.